Hi, and welcome to the Saturday Night Sleepover podcast. I'm your host, Charli, and I started this podcast because I'm good at two things. One, making friends, and two, telling stories. So you get to participate in that by listening. Welcome to the sleepover. It's Saturday night. Another episode of Saturday Night Sleepover. I'm your host, Charli, and here we go for take two. How's it going, Kayce? Today we're joined by Kayce. Hello.
Hi, I'm doing good. I don't have a lot of a voice. I was at a hockey game 2 days ago, so
Of course.
it was worse
Why
than a
wouldn't
concert. So I'll try.
Worse than a concert, really?
It was my team lost. It was really bad. So
Boo.
it was really bad. So I'm gonna try. So yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, you sound great for only having half a voice.
Well, thanks.
How was work today?
It was good. I got my two clients in the fall are repeat clients, so I get to hang out with them again, which is really fun. Repeats are my
Yay.
favorite.
We love that, especially because you somewhat already know family history and everything.
Yep, I love it a lot.
Cool. Yay.
Yeah.
Where was the game that you went to? Was it in Salt Lake or Las Vegas or what?
So, as most of you are aware, if you've ever listened to me talk, me and Glade, my oldest, are huge Seattle Kraken fans. And my brother-in-law lives in Tacoma, Washington, and he's a Kraken fan as well because he really likes all of the Washington sports. Big fan of all the Washington sports. So he found out at Christmas that Glade and I are really into them, and so he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to get tickets for all of us to see Utah play the Kraken." So it was that game on Tuesday.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about this and how excited you were about it.
I was very excited, and then we got eaten.
At least you had good seats.
No.
Oh, boo.
Oh, I couldn't see one of the goals.
Boo. I guess at least you were in the room.
I was in the room. We actually went down for warm-ups. We got there about 10 minutes before warm-up started, and I had my nephew. He's 2.5, and he's like my best friend. I love this little dude. So every time you would ask him, we're like, where are we going to go? He's like, we're going to a hockey game. And I was like, yeah, what do they do at a hockey game? He's like, they fight. And I was like, yes, let's go. So we took him out just so he could see the ice while we were waiting for everybody else to come into the Delta Center. And the security guard that was at the door, he's like, hey, if you guys, because Glade and I have jerseys for the Kraken now. So like he looks at us, he's like, hey, about 10 minutes, they're going to start warm-ups and you're allowed to go down and stand at ice level. And I was like, we can what? And so he's like, yeah, the Kraken are right over there. So we were able to go down, and it was Blake and me and Link, Glade, and then my nephew. And so we were like 2 rows behind the ice for warm up. So I got to see my team do their thing.
Aww.
And that was really fun. So that was a good part. Exciting. That was good.
Yay. We love that.
Yeah.
That sounds like, at least, okay, you were in the room and you actually got to go like ice level, whatever that means. Like, that sounds like an honor.
It was pretty cool. I have like, we were just barely behind. You can see it. I don't know about everyone else, but like, those are the players.
Look at the baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's my nephew. He's my fave.
He's so cute. He kind of looks like baby Link.
Well, he's like a blonde of my brother, which is weird. Yeah. But
aw, cutie. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been going at like a million miles a minute, but also in slow motion at the same time. And I don't understand how we're already in the middle of April. That does not make sense to me.
I don't like it at all. Like, it was just March. I'm sure of it. It was just it
was just January.
Yeah, that too.
Screw March.
Yeah, I am not a fan.
Yeah,
Like
me either. This has gone by
baseball,
way too fast.
right? Baseball and softball season, the game starts in 2 weeks. So like,
Hmm.
no, I
Do you have
just
kids playing baseball and softball right now?
yeah, Link is playing baseball and Min is playing softball.
Nice.
So
And Minna's really liking it, right?
she is.
Yeah.
She's having a lot of fun. Yeah,
Nice.
it's her first official year, but she's loving it. She got beaned with the softball and like super sprained her finger. She got hit with one in the leg and came home with a bruise. She's like, "Mom, look." And I was like, "Yes, you play sports. Good job."
Congratulations.
Yeah, your first injury,
That's
it's a
cute.
big deal.
And how's Link doing on
He's
his
good.
team?
He's having fun. He has the same coach as last year, which is really, really cool.
Hmm.
So, and like half of his team is the same kids. So it's been fun.
Oh yeah, so he probably already kind of has friends.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's good.
Nice.
But yeah, April, I don't like it.
I don't like it either. Today I have a nerdy thing. Do you want to hear about me being a nerd?
Yes,
And
I would love to hear
especially a Canva nerd.
you. Oh, yes, please. I'm using Canva right now.
Well, like all across Canva today, they had like the watch the uh,
Yes.
Canva Create Summit or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
And so I was a nerd and I watched it, and they have cool stuff
Uncharted.
coming out. Uncharted, yeah, that's what it's
Yeah.
called. And they're first of all, Canva's coming out with Canva Sheets, so it's like an
Ooh.
Excel program. And then there's like a couple other things they're coming out with, and then they're coming out with an AI that will code for you.
Interesting.
And they had an Easter egg where it's like, if you find the Easter egg on our homepage, then you get to be one of the first million people to switch over to the new Canva. And
Well,
so I switched over, and I switched over at my work account, and it was like, you are 49,449. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go find the Easter egg on my personal account too. And so then I was 49,452 or whatever. It was like two more people had registered. That's it. But then I like went on there, and like, I'm not normally an AI person, but I think that the AI doing the coding, like that's
that's what
a
AI should
no-brainer. Yeah. And it
be.
was
Yeah.
really cool. Like I've been trying to code some stuff for the podcast website this afternoon, and like right now I'm working on a like a clip or like a trailer, like
Mhm.
carousel kind of a thing that I can put on my website, that like you can just like click through different trailers and stuff.
Oh, cool.
And it's not as advanced as I thought it was going to be, but it's still pretty cool.
That's awesome. Coding is wicked
Uh-oh.
fun.
My thing just came up and said trying to reconnect, but make sure you have a stable internet connection.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did not get like into the cord because my Mac doesn't do that. So hopefully we don't lose everybody. All right. The warning went away, so we're good.
That works. No, that's like really cool that they're going to add coding to it, because like most people don't know coding. And
No.
no. And
And like they're gonna combine with the Google Sheets, like you can do a lot more, or not the Google Sheets, sorry, Canva Sheets. You're gonna be able to do a lot more like data entry stuff that like
Ooh,
goes over to like bulk creating, which I think is super smart,
that is really smart.
because I can like, I've already like messed around with the bulk creating, and like I wanted to do like a bunch of tickets for an event that I was doing, and you can like bulk create tickets with their own like confirmation codes and everything now.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Dude, that's going to take like so much work off for like so many people. That's
Mhm.
rad.
Yeah, super cool.
That's going to be exciting. Yeah.
I had another cool thing happen to me
Yes.
today. So I recently went on another podcast, and so the promos for it dropped today, and they launched it today too.
Oh, cool.
So it's like out in the world. The episode it's on the District 3 podcast. And so like when the promo dropped, I was like, I feel super cool because like I'm being featured on this other podcast. And so I went and I showed my coworker, and she was like, she watched it and she just like looked up and she's like, you're about to be famous. And I was like, thank you.
Hey, it's very likely.
I don't. Well, I'll take that as a compliment, I
God,
guess.
you are
But
so cute.
I know. Don't I look cool in that video?
You look so cool.
I know. They did such a good job.
Oh, that's so rad.
Yeah.
You're adorable.
Thanks.
Okay, that is so cool. I'm gonna have to listen to it. It's
You'll like it
on Spotify. Cool.
Yeah. So District 3 podcast, it's like a local podcast here that they record at the local radio station, which I think that's a cool thing for radio stations to start including podcasts, because they have all the same equipment, but so then they just feature segments of the podcast on their radio channel, and then they just kind of do like a feed swap kind of a deal with each other.
That's really cool.
And I think that's really a smart way, because radio needs to be incorporating like more media types like that. I think it's smart.
Absolutely. Like, and even if they aren't like doing that, they could rent out their space, do all sorts of stuff. Like, we don't want radio to die, and it's kind of dying.
Yeah. Well, because I think more recent media gives you more freedom to choose whatever you want to listen to instead of listening to whatever's on, which sometimes I do like listening to whatever's on because it helps me like discover new things. So it's kind of like the best of both of those things, because you get to like have a segment of whatever is on and learn about it on the radio, and then you can like go back and choose which one you actually want to listen to. So I think actually the way that they're doing it is like the way that everyone should do it.
I agree.
Shout out to KUAF.
Cool. No, that is so cool. So how did they hear about you, or did they just find your podcast, or?
I at Pod Circle. I met the hosts at Pod Circle, and then Elena, who does News Goes Girl Talk, she's on that show as a regular.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Look at you knowing people.
I like know people.
You're like famous.
I'm like about to be famous.
When you're famous, I'm totally gonna name drop you like all the time. I mean, I already name drop you like all the time, but like,
oh my gosh,
it's gonna be even worse. Be prepared.
Well, thank you. I just do it for fun. Like, this is my thing that I do in my closet for fun. So, well, I'm not in my closet. I'm in my office, but yeah.
But still, I mean, it's pretty cool though that like you're like this super popular person now, and you're doing it in your like spare room in your house.
Yeah, literally in my like comfy sleepy robe.
As you should. Good job.
As I should, because it's actually like sleepover vibes tonight. Because I mean, it's about to be my bedtime. Like I go to bed at a reasonable hour now.
That's weird. I don't like that.
I don't like that either. Remember when I used to like text you at 2 a.m, ridiculous ideas?
Well, yeah, but I was also awake, so it was fine.
Oh man, I went through a phase of like really bad insomnia. And so I had this system of like, what are you going to do? You can't sleep, and it's like 3 a.m. and you got to do something. So like, I just lay there and think about life. And then sometimes I would like just text Kayce random questions at 3 a.m, whether she was awake or not, like being like, what if uteruses were, I don't even know, like ridiculous things about uteruses or something. And
yeah, it was, well, like one of my favorites, we still need to like figure out how to make this, was your like menstrual journal. And you're like, we need to make it so it can fit in
Yeah.
a drawer in your bathroom, and then you can just do it while you're sitting there. And I was like, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet,
That's
but
what I do. Actually, I just get like a little, um, like the teeny tiny notebooks.
Mhm.
That's how I keep track of my period.
Yeah,
Is I just, yeah. I
but
mean, it would
seriously.
be nice to have like a pre-made one that like just you could just fill in like different numbers and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, seriously,
But
this was one of her like 2:30 in the morning ideas. And I was like, this
mhm,
actually, this could work. We need to think about this. And
mhm.
then
Yeah.
life.
The other thing that I would do is play like iPhone games with like people in different time zones.
That's just smart. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest
So
here.
I dominate in iPhone games. So
You do.
just so everybody knows.
They were pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
was a
have so many good ideas at like 2 in the morning, or I used to, but now I just go to bed at like 10 o'clock like a regular human. Like, what am I doing? When did I become a grown up?
I don't know. I still don't do that. So you're more grown up than me.
Well, I mean, in your defense, you do have to be on call in the middle of the night.
Yeah, sure.
I went to a birth work. I accidentally went to a birth workers meeting
No,
here.
you did not.
Yeah, I did. Because I went to Caitlin's shop, the wellness, to go get
Uh-huh.
deodorant. And Colton was like working on a Saturday, and I was like, and he was over in that area. And so I was like, I'll just like come over, go bring in food, and then I'll go get deodorant at the wellness. And then when I got to the wellness, they were like, "Oh, we're having a birth workers meetup. You should come hang out." And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. And so I went
In a
there,
past
and
life.
Caitlin was like, she used to be a midwife. And then everyone's like, really? And I was like, yeah. And then they were like, so are you currently a midwife? And I was like, the universe told me I had to go to a different path. Tell me about you.
That is the most Charlie thing to ever happen. Like, no lie.
Yeah.
There's zero surprise here that you just walked into a birth worker meeting.
Yeah. Okay. Real facts. Is the girl who made us friends a Mandela effect?
Probably.
What even was her name?
Dude, I don't remember, and I'm pretty sure she either was killed or died or literally was a ghost from something
I
else that
I
like got
don't
us
know.
together. It's like,
Because
she
we
never came
also
back.
met at a birth week workers meeting, you and me.
Yeah. And
This
seriously,
lady,
you go ahead. Go. You tell stories better.
this lady, I no, I don't know about that. You tell good stories. But this lady, I just randomly met her at a career fair, and she was like, "You're a doula," and I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Me too. I love being a doula." I was like, "Great." And then she was like, "You should come to this birth workers meetup," and I was like, "Sure." And then I went there, and it was me and Kayce and this other girl. I don't even know her name. I met her one time, and then went to a workers meeting, and then she disappeared.
Literally disappeared. Like,
And
she worked at a weed farm, which makes it sound like this was a fever dream. Like, literally,
it
she's like,
does.
"Oh, yes, I work at this weed farm." And we were like, is that legal in Utah? Because this was like 2017.
Yeah.
And we're like, is that allowed? She goes, it's fine. It's private property. And we're like,
Okay.
okay. And so she's like telling us about this weed operation and how she has like trying to get approval for a shop. And then she just disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like never to be contacted again. If you're out there, please prove that you're not a Mandela effect.
Right? I kind of want
Please
to
send
just
me
like,
a message.
I want to like go through my email and see if like, I'm trying to remember if like,
Because how did she find out about the birth workers meetup?
right? Because like, I don't think it was Carissa because I invited Carissa to the group.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I have no idea.
Me either. I'm pretty sure that girl was a ghost or something.
It had to have been. Yeah.
Had to have been.
That's kind of like the start of when we went into an alternate universe. So it would maybe we went into the other part and she's still in the
You and me went through a portal and that girl got left. Or maybe she went through the portal and went someplace very different.
Oh, maybe that's the one. She went through a portal. I like that better. Yeah, that was weird. God, I haven't thought about her in forever.
But I do think I met you before that. I think I met you
like when you maybe it
Like when I
was,
like first started.
yeah, no, was that after the birth worker meeting?
I think it was. Cause
I
like,
think because the first time I remember meeting you was either at the grind at that
mhm.
meeting with the ghost woman, or you were just offering free
Oh yeah, the free
consultations at
appointments.
your
Yeah.
apartment. Which,
I'm like trying to
you're
remember.
crazy. Why were you allowing strangers from the internet to come into your home?
You do realize that like my best friends are strangers on the internet, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but you could have been murdered.
you know what? That would have been the least bad thing to probably happen that week. It's fine. What are you talking about? I'm in Cedar City. It's a super safe town.
Really? Because there were people in barrels out on like Highway 59.
I
It's
know.
59, right?
59.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't. Yeah, I don't know. That was a crazy time. Like, because I
And
did
they've
that.
had like so much crime. Well, I don't know. I keep
Oh,
seeing
it's so
things in
bad.
my feed about like young people dying
Mm-hmm.
like at
Yeah.
gunpoint.
Yeah, it's happened a few times in the last year. And then we had the one that was just hit crossing the freeway. Like, and
It's
I think
crazy.
she's still alive. I I
I
think.
think it's probably because Cedar is growing a lot.
Mm. Yeah, it is not helping at all. That it's not just like good old boys down here anymore.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
I'm coming back in July for sure.
Cool.
I took the days off. We haven't bought the tickets yet, but I
Okay.
will be there for. We have to go to a family reunion. So
Ah, cool. Yeah, text me the dates.
yes,
'Cause-
it's gonna be around same as last year,
Oh,
around
same as
July
last year.
4th.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
I'm on call, so I'm not going.
Boo. Well,
So
you're not going anywhere, so
I'm not going.
yay. But also, you might be working.
I mean, let's. I my I told her this last time because she's a surrogate. I'm like, I've had this like
Oh
weird
yeah.
feeling in my gut. She's gonna have this baby a week early, and so I brought it up to her this last time. I was like, I think you need to move back down here sooner than you think. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, why? And I was like, I don't know, but I've learned to trust my gut. So I think you
Mm-hmm.
need to be here by the 4th of July at the latest. And so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be exciting.
Yeah. Well, oh well, she moved up north.
Yeah, she's in Provo. Her husband took a
Hmm.
job. So she drives down for all the prenatals and stuff for her. The intended parents are in St. George. So she comes down for all the appointments and we hang out and I give her bone broth and tea and food and send her on her way back up north.
Cool. How does that work with the surrogate? Do they get to choose where they birth, or do the parents get to choose where they birth, or how does that work?
Uh, I think it depends on the person. These ones they decided together that they purposely chose this her as a surrogate because she wanted a home birth, um,
Mm-hmm.
and like they had a really good connection and things like that too. And I'm pretty sure she's birthing in the intended parents' house. They're renting her an Airbnb for the whole time
Oh,
that
okay.
she's down here in July,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm pretty sure she's going to birth at their house because I don't see them putting the baby in a car like
Mm-hmm.
that soon after birth. But we're going to talk about that at our next appointment. And see. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. We're kind of just like flying by the seat of our pants on this because there's no research out there on surrogacy and physiologic birth and how that all
Yeah.
works. And like, yeah, so
Well,
we're just,
because you would expect most people do it in the hospital
oh,
because they got pregnant in the hospital.
yeah, almost all of them. And there's like so many surrogates in these groups too that are never allowed to touch the baby, like all sorts of things. And I'm like, that's not happening here. You guys know that, right? Like, Allison or this person is not the baby's mom, but at the same time, she's been carrying this baby for 9 months, and there still is a hormonal component here, and we're gonna honor all of this and figure it out as we go. But
Mm-hmm.
it's been an interesting lesson to figure out like my boundaries and their boundaries and what everybody wants out of it. So
Hmm. Do you do prenatals like with the intended parents too?
yep.
Then.
Yeah, the mom is there every time. Um, and I've met the dad and her other son, but they haven't been at appointments. They came to the ultrasounds and stuff, but um, I'll have them be at the appointments as we get closer to everything happening. But Right now, it's just the mom.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You should write a study.
I know. I'm actually, oh my gosh, I have so many plans right now. But a few of my friends and I are actually putting together stats for our clients. So, because like the people we serve are not who most studies are written about. And the way that we
Mm-hmm.
practice is not what's written in studies. And
No,
so we're
because
actually,
people.
mhm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're compiling all of our own stuff. I actually came up with a format for it all and the different things that we want to track. It's like 30 or 40 different things. And we're all putting all of our stuff in. And it can be anonymous or whatever if someone is worried about it. But then we can actually see how often actual things happen when you practice like we do versus what
Mm-hmm.
happens in like hospitals and super
Mm-hmm.
fancy birth centers and things. And I'm like, this is going to be super awesome, guys. And everyone's like, cool, you're going to do the math. And I was like, don't worry, I got you. So we'll see what happens
Math.
at the end of the year.
You're so smart.
It's fun.
How's opening a school going?
Oh, my Lordy. We had our um, skills retreat last month, which was freaking awesome. I went out to California for 10 days.
Wow.
So we spent 2 days planning like the school, figuring out what stuff we wanted to do. And then we ended up cooking the third day before the students all got there. So that way we just could like shove food in and then make sure like super easy things. So they had good food to eat while they were doing it. Then 3 days and we've like figured out what worked and what didn't work. So it was really nice. We only had 2 students there, but we've like figured out how much time to spend on stuff because we were doing things from 9 in the morning until 11 o'clock at night for 3 days.
Wow. That's too much,
It was a
I
lot.
think.
Yeah. Like, and so we've pared things down a little, and like that counts like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like we were doing like, and those were just like topics, things like that. But we figured that out, and then we figured out how we want our school to go, which is super, super crazy exciting. And we're hoping to open in 2027.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be interesting because we're sick of online courses where you just
Mm-hmm.
like record talking to a screen and then have everybody
Yeah.
watch it. It's stupid. Like, no,
It's not very interactive, which is
no,
how most people learn.
right? And so we want to do like weekly long calls, so like 3 hour calls every week where we actually talk about different topics and things, but like the majority of it every quarter we're actually going to send them stuff so they get actual paper things to figure out what we're learning in that quarter and what they need to study because we want them to leave the school with a full practice guideline, like how they want everything set up, how they want it run. They have like a full binder full of all of the things that they already have ready. And so like 2 years will be that. And then the third year, we're actually just going to be doing in-person retreats every 3 months and do actual teaching. It's going to be really, really cool. We're really excited about it. It's just going to be a lot of work getting there. So now we're just,
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're getting it all done.
yeah, it was really cool. It's going to be different than anything that others are doing, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's so cool. So, you're going to start taking new students in 2027, or you're going to just launch your curriculum in 2027 and like try to, so like, how are you enrolling people? Like, what is that like?
Yeah, so it's going to be a cohort. So it's going to be one whole year, and we don't want to have a lot of people. So we'll probably we haven't figured out exact numbers and stuff yet, but we want to get through the first 3 years before doing the next cohort, just because we don't want to become what most other midwifery schools are. Like, we don't want to
Yeah.
get so bogged down in figuring out what they know and what everyone else doesn't know that it just becomes passive and stuff. Or maybe we'll do 2 years and then have others, and then the third year we can just have the in-person stuff. But it will be like official cohorts. It's not going to be constant enrollment or things like that. So yeah, beginning of, and we were going to go on the lunar cycles, but we haven't. It's April 2025. We got time.
You're so cool.
Well, like my partner has a moon tattooed on her forehead. I mean, come on. We have to go by the lunar cycles.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be we'll like start putting information out probably in a year or so, maybe a little longer. But we've got another skills retreat in August, and then probably another one in March, and then another one in August after that, just to see, like, people don't have skills and they need skills.
Speaking of moon cycles, tell me what is going on in the universe right now, because I was talking to my coworker today about it, and she was like, we're in a phase where everything is, we're supposed to be learning from our mistakes and learning from everything that has happened, and it's supposed to be calm right now, but nothing is calm right now. So I'm gonna need a different interpretation of whatever is going on.
I don't know if you want to ask me, because like all of my electronics broke last week. Every
Oh my
freaking one
gosh,
of them.
like I don't, what is going on for reals? Because there is so much going on, like
So
in
bad.
all of my spheres of
Yeah.
everything.
No, literally last Friday, my MacBook broke and it wouldn't
Yeah,
charge. Like,
that's
didn't
not
matter what was
good.
plugged in, nothing wouldn't happen. So I took it into the shop, and it's just a new battery, luckily, but they didn't tell me till yesterday. And I can't function without a laptop. Like, it's not a thing. So like
No,
Blake,
because
we were
everything you do is on the computer.
everything I do, right? And I like all of my stuff is Apple, so it all talks to each other, and it's a whole thing. So Friday my MacBook broke, and Monday, Sunday, no, Monday, I went to plug in my iPad, and my iPad was broken.
Oh my
And that's where all my client stuff is, like my client
god.
charts, and
No.
all of my stuff is in there. And so I was like, did I anger a god? I
The
think I
god of
did.
electricity.
I think I angered a god.
Electronics.
Yeah, I angered someone because Saturday, is it Saturday or Sunday? Our dishwasher broke. This is a
What
brand
is
new
going
dishwasher,
on?
guys. It was just installed in October. Like,
No.
yeah. So I'm like, I think I made someone mad. So
Mhm.
I went out and bought a new Mac when we were in Salt Lake, because I was like, I need a computer and we can just get the new battery and whatever, and Glade can have my old one. But like, I still don't know what I'm doing about my iPad. I took it to the Apple store, and he's like, oh yes, this is a dead system. Do you have $700? I'll replace it. And I'm like,
No.
sir, absolutely not. And he's like, but you can buy a $300 keyboard and try if magnetic charging works. And I'm like, you can't even like that. That's all you can give me? Like, you're
No.
super sweet, good job, but this is the worst. So I am not the person to ask right now. Like, my world is falling apart. So maybe it's true. Maybe the world is falling apart.
I don't know, but I just know that there's like so much. Like I'm drinking out of a fire hose of chaos right now.
Okay, how
In
about we look it
every
up?
Well, because I just looked it up. It says we're in. I don't know. I just looked at my Moon app, and my Moon app says that we're waxing gibbonous, which is 97%. The Moon age is 13 days. The altitude is 37 or 34.71 degrees. And then the zodiac is Libra. I mean,
Unhelpful.
that's all I got for you. But I feel like you would have a better app for this on your phone for sure.
Like, the whole thing is terrible. The world is a nightmare. Maybe that's all it is. It's just everything is
Is there
bad.
solar flares? What is going, like,
No.
somebody tell me what is happening in space that is affecting all of us?
Someone. Okay, so like weekly, I know Mercury came back to oh my god, it's not retrograde anymore. I know that happened on Monday.
Yeah,
But
that's what I said, because I said Mercury must be in the refrigerator, and she was like, "No, it's actually not.
I came
We're
direct.
supposed to-"
That's what it's called.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow, this website is terrible. It's basically saying like what she said. It should be peaceful, but like bringing out stuff. Ew,
no,
it's not what's happening.
no, that is not my experience at all.
We're supposed to have hope right now. That exists.
I mean,
Peaceful.
I'm hopeful for the fire hose to turn off.
What? More will be revealed through the process of interaction around us with focusing on sharing and connecting to others with balance and justice and protocol with peaceful order. Lies. The challenge
I
is
do
to
not
stay
feel
grounded.
peace.
No, not at all.
Challenge is to stay grounded. Okay, there's some truth.
There, yeah. conversations are intense, but aren't likely to go over the edge right now. That's a lie.
No.
Yeah.
People are like pulling the trigger on crazy stuff right now.
Yeah. Oh no, this is bad. Yep, don't like that.
Yeah.
Those planets can just go be done. I'm done. I'm so done.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I can't.
I don't.
Maybe I'll reach out to Etheric and see if he'll like tell me what's wrong with the world.
I forgot. Does he still, or do they still live in Cedar?
He moved back. He took over that place in Summit that I went and did the like I would do his photographs for all of his sound baths and stuff. He rented it from a lady out there, but him and his partner ended up taking over the property just before winter. So I think it was like last fall. And he holds like gatherings and stuff out there. And he told me, me and Ruth, that we could hold our like community mom circles out there. And I'm like, that would be cool if we could like do something just a little bit different one time. So yeah, he's just in Summit, which is adorable, on like solar and like compost outhouses. He's so cute.
Yeah.
I could never.
No, you could not.
No.
Not with your electronics that talk to each other.
No, absolutely not. No. No. He's adorbs. But yeah, he's back, which is pretty fun. He's like one of my favorite humans.
Yay.
Yeah.
Are you reading anything fun right now?
I'm reading Brandon Sanderson right now. So I haven't read very much this year. It's actually really, really bad.
I know. Usually you have like, oh yeah, I read 15 gay smut books in the last 5 years, or in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm only at like 36 total for this year so far.
What?
Yeah, it's really bad. I didn't read it all.
Your weekly average.
I know, it's really bad. And so Glade and I are on the second wave, the second Stormlight Archive book, which is the really, really big Brandon ones that he's currently writing. The 5th one just came out in December. So Glade and I are on number 2. I should finish it if I actually like read it. I've been like going to sleep, Charlie. I don't like it.
You're getting a healthy sleep pattern is what you're telling me?
Oh, absolutely not. But I'm going to bed. Instead of staying up and reading 15 more chapters, I'm turning it off at 1:30 in the morning. Like,
wow, that's big news for you.
It's very big. This is the big things happening in my life, guys. You should round of applause. So
she's breaking her book addiction.
Oh, absolutely not. No, I am terrified for this year just because like I had my goal on Goodreads as way more than I'm going to be able to read, and I'm going to have to change it down, and that just makes me sad.
Guess who got a Goodreads?
Who?
Colton.
No way.
You have to go follow him because I feel like you'll like his books.
I should. I mean, he reads ridiculous things.
He does read ridiculous things. And he's trying to make me watch this show, Murderbot, yeah, because he read all of the books.
The books are amazing,
and he said them too. He probably won't because I read boring books.
I know, but they're only like 100 pages each, 150 pages each.
That's not bad.
No, Murderbot is the best. And it's going to be Alexander Skarsgård. Oh, it's going to be so good. I'm going to get an Apple subscription again.
You and him are on the same page with this, and he's been like he keeps sending me videos trying to like pressure me into watching this show, and I'm like, sir, I don't think I'm as big of a nerd as you are in that way. I'm like a Canva technology, like graphic design podcasting nerd.
Here's the thing though. You and Murderbot would get along because Murderbot's favorite thing to do is watch reality TV.
Okay. That is a good point.
No, literally, it is so upset that humans want it to do stuff, and it's just like, I just want to watch this show about my humans. Like, it's so good. Oh, the books are so good. He's so funny.
Well,
I'm gonna have to text Colton now. I'm sorry. He's the better friend.
Honestly, you guys have more in common, like when it comes to like hobbies and likes and stuff. Because he's a bit, you guys are the same kind of brand of nerd.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, no, you have to watch Murderbot, and we could talk about it. That would be great.
Maybe I'll do it for the
I think
podcast.
it's like the 12th of May. You got time? Like the trailer just
Yeah.
came out today.
No, he sent it to me like yesterday.
Whatever. Okay, Murderbot comes out the 16th of May. You got time. There's
Yeah.
2 episodes, and then a new episode every Friday until July 11th. Oh boy. It's very exciting for me.
I've been watching the last season of The Righteous Gemstones.
Really?
Have you watched that one?
I haven't. My
It's
sister was telling me to watch it though.
it's something. Walter Goggins poses the question in the at least in this season, how much Walter Goggins penis is too much Walter Goggins penis?
It's probably less than what they've shown.
The other one that I'm thinking about starting is The White Lotus. I haven't started it, but I'm kind of scared. I feel like it's scary.
I don't think it's scary, but it is very I mean, it's HBO. I don't know,
Yeah.
people love it. I haven't started it yet. It's hard to watch things with my children around. That's
Yeah.
not true. Glade will be fine, but the other two. My kids were gone for a weekend last month,
Mm-hmm.
and I watch most TV with Glade, and so I'm like, what can I watch that she won't care about? Because like she's me, so like she'll probably care about I can't just watch things. That's crazy. So I turned on Hacks, and I watched all
I
3
love
seasons
Hacks.
in a day.
Yeah, it's so good. And the new one comes out like soon.
I
Like maybe
know.
it's already out.
Like it's like soon. I don't know. I hate the main character girl. I hate her so much. The
The
younger
young
one.
lady.
Oh, I hate her so
Yeah,
much. And I love
she's
everybody
easy to
else in the
hate.
show. Yeah, everyone else love them to death. They're so fun. I love the CEO guy's mom and aunt. I love them.
Uh-huh.
They're
Yeah.
so funny. But like Blake even watched a lot of the show with me, and he's like, "Are we supposed to like her?" And I was like, "I don't know, because I think she's the worst." And it just never got better. And but everyone else, I just kept watching the whole thing. Oh yeah,
I feel like she was peak like first and second season maybe, but then after that like award ceremony, she just became insufferable.
yeah. And like she wants everyone else to be as insufferable as her. And I'm
Hmm.
like, you are the person everyone hates. You
Yeah.
are literally the vegan in the room. Like,
Yeah. Well, she plays that role really well.
she really does. She's so self righteous. Oh, man.
We watched Honora last night. It
Is
won
it
a bunch of
good?
awards. It's like Crazy Rich Asians and Pretty Woman had a Euphoria baby. With like, and it's like it's a very pretty movie, and there are some very like funny moments in it, and there are also like it's drama,
Mm-hmm.
and also it seems very unsettled at the end. I don't like that.
Oh, I
But
don't like
how
that.
Gen Z of everyone,
How dare they?
it just feels like very like, huh, let's just leave it like this. We're done.
Oh, that yuck. Okay, I'll add it to the list.
But it was pretty, and I think that the people acting in it did a really good job.
Cool. Cool. I'll add it then. We watched Flow a couple weeks ago. It's the animated cat movie.
Hmm.
It came out of Toronto. It won Best Animated Movie and Best Animation and like Best Score. It was so good. It's just a cat and a capybara and a bird and a dog and a lemur, and the world floods. And there's no talking. It's literal animals, actual animals. So like they make animal noises and they like work together and survive the world flooding.
Okay.
It was really, really good, and it was really nice that there was no speaking. And it was Link cried, but
Aw.
Link cries all the time. Like sobbed, full body sobbed for an hour after watching, oh my gosh, Baymax, whatever that movie's called.
Big Hero 6.
There you go.
I mean, but that is a
He
really,
had
like,
seen it before.
emotional movie.
But he had seen it before. He knows that Baymax lives. And he's sobbing in his bedroom. Like, so he did that with Flo. So be aware if you watch it with your children, anyone listening, all the animals in the boat survive. It's okay. But it was really, really well done. It was fun to watch. So if you're ever bored and just want like music and pretty colors and a cat being a cat, it's a movie for you.
Okay. Colton told me he's like, sometimes I think about getting a cat. And I was like, you mean for the outside, right? And he's like, no, for the inside. And I'm like, I'm super allergic to cats, home slice.
Yeah, like you can't have a cat. He's trying to kill you. That's what's happening.
Mm-hmm. This is it. He wants the life insurance.
And you probably have a lot of it.
No. It's because I'm famous.
Oh my gosh, that's it. He could be in the news. his famous wife disappears. He could basically be a Peacock show.
Yeah, that's true.
He could have all the true crime podcasts finding out what happened. And really, you're just living in the Bahamas, and he's going down to see you every weekend.
Because I can't live in the house with a cat.
No.
I do think an outdoor cat has function because it will get rid of your mice and stuff. But they're mean. I would just like to have an outside cat that I can pet and then go wash my hands.
Yeah.
But I can't. That doesn't exist.
No. I mean, they do have like hypoallergenic cats, but like, are they really? Or is that like the whole other, we make doodles out of everything to make them hypoallergenic and it doesn't work half the time?
Well, Doug is hypoallergenic and I'm fine with him.
No, I mean, Doug is. Yeah, he got lucky. And he's adorable.
Yeah. But I didn't know they had hypoallergenic cats. Are they the naked ones?
No, they're like...
The other day when we were at Pod Circle, there was somebody walking by. This is like the most fateful thing ever. There's this lady walking by and she had a naked cat. No. And the naked cat was like on a leash, but just like dragging the leash. And the woman was like walking behind the cat. And they were out on an evening stroll together. And I was like, this is like the most fateful thing ever.
Wow. Like, oh, people. Okay, so like there is hypoallergenic cats, like they're saying Siberian cats and then Bengals and Sphinx.
But the problem is, I feel like cats are all just like mutts. Like, is that a word that you use for cats?
Yeah. Like, but there are like purebred cats and stuff. But the thing is, like, they're still dander because it's the dander you're allergic to.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them, well, except Sphinx, all of them are going to have that. So unless you get a naked cat, I don't think you're going to be able to.
I just remember one time taking a nap in your bed and then there was like cat and I just like woke up and I was like, I had to go shower.
We were so tired. Like all three of us just conked out in my bed. And yeah, that was fun.
My body like jolted me awake. Like you were being suffocated to death by your own histamines.
Yeah, your histamine reaction was very angry. Yeah. So yeah, well, if ever you disappear, I'm going to like mark this episode down and I'm going to give it to the police. Mm-hmm. So, because I don't want to be.
Have you checked the cat?
Have you checked? Did Colton get a cat? I think that's the first question that you need to ask. And the police are going to be like, I don't understand. I'll be like, no, like, listen. If he got a cat, I know where Charli is.
The Bahamas.
I mean, I got a friend in Belize. She lives in the mountains. You could go to the mountains and live in Belize.
Where is okay, maybe this is me sounding dumb, but where is Belize?
It's South America.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. So, let's look up here. It's a country in Central America. Where are you? It's like before Honduras,
Okay.
and Guatemala and stuff. Like, yeah. So like Belize, there's like my friend is in the mountains, so it's actually not like it's hot, but it's not as bad as it is on the beach. She's got like monkeys that live on her property. She got like 50 acres. We totally be invited.
That's cool.
Yeah. So you could just go there.
To avoid death by cat, I go to death by monkey.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. She's got like 7 kids. You'd just fit right in.
That's awesome.
Anyway, so yeah, now we know. No.
Oh my gosh, I'm too loopy.
Yep. It's like your bedtime, basically.
I know. I'm like staying up for this. This is like hardcore.
Mm-hmm. I'm very proud of you.
Way to go, me. Okay, well, is there anything you wanted to talk about that you didn't get to talk about yet?
No? I don't think so.
Okay, that sounds like a good place to pause. All right, well, I'll talk to you later. Love you, bye!
Love you, bye.
Wait, why isn't it stopping? Okay. Is it? I don't even